We feel that Gears has a strong base and a strong sort of opportunity in the esports space because it does play differently than other shooters. It is third person, and so you sort of frame the battlefield better. It's not from like the player's perspective, but you kind of see the player that you're watching as well. You see the character in game. The amount of complexity there is in the movement in Gears, where you need skill just to move around, that cover bouncing, going from one place to another, kind of like a horizontal platformer, like that has a skill element to it. And obviously the weapons as well, like each weapon sort of has a personality and appeals to a different kind of player, and so you need to be skillful at all the weapons as well. So it's not just an aiming game about the weapon, but also how do you combine that movement into sort of like almost like a fighting game combined with a shooter.
This unit does not tolerate resistance.
Gears used to sort of look at multiplayer as, you know, they wanted to make it approachable and open to sort of new gamers. And they were trying to fight the sort of core, more competitive gamers who used to like the shotgun and cover bounce and everything. And so we've really embraced that concept. We've really sort of taken that concept and tried to push that forward. And so we've made some modes that are targeted at the newer players, like Arms Race that you played today. You know, it's crazy, chaotic fun. It's great. You get to see all the weapons and everything. You get to play with almost all the weapons, and so you get a good sort of sampler for what the game is. All the way to Dodgeball, which is sort of more like social. It's good to play all the time. It's like an angle on the deathmatch game type, and then Escalation. We've taken a mode that where we've taken sort of all the elements of Versus, like from the past, and combined it into this one mode that has deeper strategy to it, requires more cooperation, requires more strategy, and that's what we hope to sort of push into the esports area, just to go back to that. And so by enabling more strategy, we believe that the game has more depth now. We consider it the king of co-op. Like Gears of War is a co-op experience. Like people love playing Gears as a co-op experience. Campaign, on the couch together. Horde is all about co-op. You know, 5 friends or 5 strangers back to back, fighting the horde of enemies. Same thing with Versus. We want there to be team elements to all of the game modes that we develop. But that's not to say that we want to eliminate the solo play. There's a lot of players that like playing alone. And so you can see that in something that we've done new with Versus, with Gears of War 4, is that a lot of the game modes have one tuning type for the weapons. And sort of the modes that we consider the more competitive, the execution and the escalation, have a different tuning set. And it's because the solo players, they want to come in and they want to be impactful. Doesn't matter what weapon they're using, they want to be able to get kills. And that's awesome, because that feels great. When you're in a team setting, you want to use cooperation and collaboration to try and focus that guy, and you want to focus fire together. And so we've tuned down a little bit the lethality of the weapons for those modes, and we actually worked with the highly competitive pro players of our community, and that's what they wanted. They wanted something that was less lethal, so that movement model came into play way more.
Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.